This is my RC4WD chassis mounted servo kit on my beater SCX10. As you can see, these are the plastic axles. These are 11 degree C-chubs that I got from, I think it's Hot Racing. Reason why I got these was since I have these adjustable shock mounts. These raise the ride height quite a bit. So on the chassis mounted servo kit, the main issue I had was I had to use a longer rod on one end of the panhard rod, which is this one right here. The reason why is to offset the ride height. If you didn't, what would happen is, you see how the shocks are pretty much parallel? Before, if I didn't, the shocks would be leaning over like this. So what I did was extending the panhard rod out, brought the shocks back straight. So by extending the panhard rod, that fixed all the issues. Because of the additional of the ride height, I had to put a spacer here in the kit. That way, the panhard rod and the steering link right there would be completely parallel. The reason for that is, if you take a look, no bump steer. All the way down, no bump steer. All the way up, no problem whatsoever. Since I did because of the ride height, there was binding issues with my front drive shaft with the 11 degrees C-chubs. That fixed the problem. If you take a look at my drive shaft right here, plenty of angle to rotate without binding issues. On the RC4WD, this link I had to extend just a tad. Because of the 11 degrees, before my 11 degrees is like this. So by extending that drive shaft, it made it straight again. Okay? But, however, with that 11 degrees, if you take a look, my axles are actually pointed forward towards you like this, offsetting the drive shaft angle. As far as articulation, no problem with articulation. Take a look. Shocks are completely compressed. Take a look on this side. Again, let me get to the light. Again, if you can see, shocks are completely compressed. No problem whatsoever with articulation. I'm so impressed with the RC4WD kit. Panhard rod, the chassis mounted servo kit. Another thing I had to do, again, this was with my other one, is I had to extend the panhard rod mount right here back towards the shock about 1 millimeter. I used shims back here. The reason why is, if you take a look at the big hump on the rod right here, it would hit the back of the servo horn because of the axial servo horn is so huge. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, have fun driving your SCX10.